Before we start, I'd like to clarify one thing. This video is not promoting the use of any substance. Stigma is broken through open conversations, not endorsements. We're just looking at the facts, how alcohol and marijuana shape perspective, shift reality, and mess with our daily worries. Now that we got that out of the way, here's a fun fact that totally won't make things awkward. According to the World Health Organization, alcohol is responsible for over 3 million deaths worldwide every year. Meanwhile, there hasn't been a single recorded death from a marijuana overdose. One is perfectly legal. You can essentially slow drip poison into your system at 21, while the other remains illegal in many places. Now, this cliche example isn't here to start a war, just to highlight the injustice and irrational taboo surrounding marijuana. Excessive use of either substance can lead to fatal consequences, indirectly if not otherwise, but we're not here to dwell on the darker side. What really interests us is how these substances mess with perception, reshape reality, and toy with our anxieties. Two substances, two very different effects. Look at our friend John. Despite being completely consumed by worries and thoughts about his big job interview tomorrow, he just wants to relax and enjoy the moment. He's at a birthday party, celebrating, and his plan is simple. Forget the stress. After the first shot of tequila, things already feel a little lighter. He thinks maybe this wasn't such a bad idea after all, as a warm wave washes over him, his hand already reaching for the second shot. The lights in the room feel softer, the sounds louder, and the people around him suddenly more fun than before. That voice in his head, the one nagging him about his alarm in the early morning, is completely gone. Right now, he's here, in this moment, and right now feels good. Fourth shot. Fifth? Sixth? Who knows? The room is spinning. Someone asked him something. No clue, but he knows without a doubt that he loves them. Somewhere in the fog, there's a vague memory of something. He'll figure it out when he wakes up. Meanwhile, on the other side of the room, meet Jane. Same job interview, same anxiety, different strategy. She's tucked away in her corner, joint between her fingers. Alcohol isn't her thing, but a few hits, that should do the trick. First inhale. Okay, this is better, she thinks as her shoulders relax and a soft warmth spreads through her body. After the second, she starts noticing the shift. The lights seem hazier, the music somehow deeper, every note more intense. Her thoughts start rolling in waves, one folding over the next. What if they ask me something I don't remember? Do I even seem professional enough? And then, just as quickly, what if job interviews are just a power game? What if all of this is just an illusion? By this point, Jane has become a full-fledged philosopher of the modern age and has, without question, forgotten what problem even started this whole debate with herself in the first place. Both of these scenarios are soul-crushing in their own way, but with completely different effects, and most likely, wildly different consequences. Let's be real. In some utopia, insecure people like John and Jane don't exist. Everyone is responsible, self-aware, and fully prepared for life's challenges in those early morning job interviews. But we don't live in a utopia. We live in the 21st century, an era of anxiety, uncertainty, and complete nuclear chaos. And that's why we reach for a shot or a joint. So, who actually escaped their problems? John, maybe, but only till morning when his problems came back twice as strong, with a hangover as a bonus. Jane? She didn't escape at all. Instead, she replayed every possible scenario so many times that they just became part of her inner monologue. At the end of the day, we all have different battles. Some big, some small. Some are logical, some completely ridiculous. But no matter the struggle, people keep coming back to the same timeless strategy. Numb the mind until you numb the problem. And look, I can't say for sure that this won't solve it, because honestly, I think I've seen more happy drunks and homeless people than I have wealthy, respectable elites. Or maybe that happiness is just dangerously close to madness. Jokes aside, there's no blueprint for how someone should live. No universal guidebook. Some people will drink or smoke and still create, operate, teach, sing, fly planes, being not just good, but great, inspired, maybe even flawless. And then there are the others. The ones who lose themselves completely in what these substances were originally meant to do. Blur the mind. So be brutally honest with yourself and ask, are you escaping? Or are you actually doing yourself a favor? Shift your perspective, but chase that dopamine elsewhere. Sometimes problems have ridiculously simple solutions. Take responsibility for what's in your control, never stop learning and growing, and build self-discipline, because that's the fastest route to healing and self-love. And while you're figuring all that out, sure, crack open a beer, light one up. But if you ever catch yourself drifting too far, floating aimlessly in the haze, turn on the red light. Come back down. Remember why you're here. Take charge of your worries before they take charge of you.